On your mark, get set, go!
Hi, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce. I don't know if you remember me. Kristen Cole from 2009, graduated 2013? 13, yeah.
Well, you had that extra year.
I had that extra year, but not with running.
As you can see, we're still running.
This is Maria. She didn't
I'm
say
Maria. Same year as Kristen.
Yep. Still best friends.
Yes. Yeah. We just want to say thank you.
Yeah, for everything that you've done for us while we were at BU, your coaching, free pasta dinners.
That was good.
That was the best.
Yeah. Driving us to BC when we didn't want to run there.
Yep, when we didn't want to do that 17-minute warm-up up that hill.
Thank you for signing me up for the steeplechase, even though I'm the clumsiest person possibly around on the planet.
Yeah, definitely.
But I had a lot of fun, so I'm glad you did. What else?
That time we got lost doing that workout at Heartbreak Hill, you still waited for us to come back.
We were running up like a tiny hill that we thought was
And we thought it was Heartbreak Hill. But then we found each other and we made it back. I don't know how long that workout ended up being, but you still waited for us at BC Res, so thank you.
Thank you for that.
But I just want to say thank you for your coaching, and I wasn't necessarily the fastest runner on the team, but you still spent time with me, and you still coached me as if I was like a top runner on the team, and it really meant a lot. And I appreciate all you've done, and for bringing us together, best friends. So just thank you for everything, and we miss being on the team with everyone, but a lot of good memories. Don't forget those.
Yes. I'd like to say thank you for seeing us as more than just runners and not putting too much pressure on us. You seem to understand more than probably most Division I coaches that there's more to our lives than just running, and I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Kept us sane.
Yep. Very sane.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Thanks for everything. We miss you.
Thank
Hope
you.
You're doing well.
We miss you.
Bye.
Hey Bruce, Peter here. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you for everything you did for me and all my teammates in my 4 years at BU. I had some really positive and important experiences in my time running there and being a student there. Against your own better judgment, I pretty much went to school there to run for you and to run for the team. At BU, I remember on my recruiting trip you gave me some really incredible advice, which was, take running out of the equation. If you got hurt and couldn't run another step, would you still want to go to school here? And I didn't listen to any of it, but fortunately things worked out, and I think I would have liked my time there anyway. You taught me a lot about the sport and how to develop a bit of a different relationship with it, and it's still a really big part of my life and my work and my daily routine, and a lot of the love and the relationship I develop with running is because of you, and that's something I'll always carry with me, and it was really irreplaceable experience. I'll forever be grateful. Running aside, I remember one night driving down Babcock Street, the muffler fell off of my car. Called you, you were there shortly thereafter, took a shoe out of the van, ripped the shoelaces out of it, and tied the muffler back to my car with a shoelace. It was enough to get me down the road to the mechanic and on my way. Gestures like that might not have meant much to you at the time, but are things that I will never forget and will always have with me. And really, I couldn't say enough. So thank you for everything.
Hi, Bruce. We just want to say thank you for our 5 5 years of running under you. You were one of the best coaches we've ever had. Brought out the best of us in running.
The true love of the sport in both of us, I think, but really, more importantly, a lifelong friendship that started with you rooming the chattiest of Cathys with a much quieter soul. And here we are, 10 years later, still tackling the roads, albeit slightly more slowly.
Still, I think.
Thanks for everything.
Do you remember us? It has been 10 years. I'm Sarah. Ellie.
Erin.
So I just want to say thank you, Bruce. You mean the world to us. And we'll never forget our favorite coach.
For sure.
Bruce, you and Leslie and Coach Jay and Dell and Sanders and Eskin and everybody who was there when we were at BU were my family for 4 years. Part of the reason I coach and why I even was able to get a job doing this is because of the support and love that you all shared with us and your encouragement to attempt coaching. I have never once regretted taking your advice and can't imagine doing anything else now. I can only hope to have as a successful and impactful career as you with as many young men and women whose lives you shaped. Thank you. We love you.
Hey Bruce, thanks for being such a great coach, friend, and mentor. I wish you the best.
Hi, I'm Katie Cooper, known as Katie Ireland, when I went to Boston University from 1998 to 2002. And to say that my experience at BU was vanilla is entirely not true. I had major highs. I was able to compete in the NCAAs 4 times, twice for cross country and twice for outdoor track, and had my best times of my life at BU. But I also had some major struggles. Like, I came in as a freshman and pushed myself too much and had stress fractures. I had another heart procedure. I had struggled with my grades. I had my relationships ups and downs. But through it all, Bruce was very consistent. His doors were always open to me. He'd always listen to me. We'd always have these talks, and I didn't even really expect to have. And, you know, he just was consistently believing in me, was there for me. And I just can't thank him enough because I'm definitely who I am because of him. Like, he let me into this world of knowing that everyone has their own path and their own journey. And I really try to think about this on a daily basis. And I'm really fortunate to have had him in my life and the people that were entered my life because of him. So I'm forever grateful. And I know how much he means to so many of his athletes. So all of us coming together and telling him means the world to me.
Hey Bruce, it's Andrea Bailing. Just wanted to thank you and Leslie for giving me the opportunity to go to a great school and run with a great team and be coached by you, a great coach. I really have many wonderful memories of my 4 years at BU and being a part of the team. One of the things I remember the most is when I first started at BU. I remember my first workout. It was for cross-country season, and you told me that I was just going to meet up with the girls on the team. We were meeting on Babcock Street, I believe, and you said, just run with the girls. And so we went running through the streets of Boston into Brookline. I figured, all right, this is the workout. We're doing a tempo run. We were running at what I thought was a fast pace, and we eventually get to the reservoir. And then you show up. You came driving up in your van. I thought, great, isn't that nice? Bruce is here to drive us all home. We just finished the workout. Well, little did I know that the workout had not begun yet. We then had to do mile repeats, I believe, around the reservoir. And you noticed that I was probably struggling to keep up or tired out, and so I got to sit out of the last one, and you drove me home in the van back to my dorm as the other girls ran home for the cool down. So, you know, I knew running at BU was going to be tough, but I knew you were going to be able to work with me to help me do the best that I could do. And so I thank you for that. I also have some people in the house that wanted to say hi real quick. Got my husband Kurt here. You remember Kurt from pole vaulting.
Hey, Bruce.
And we have 3 lovely daughters together. Come on, kids. That's our daughters Jenna and Kara and Mia. And everyone say hi to Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
And they're looking forward to being terriers one day.
Hi, Bruce. I can't believe that you actually are heading towards retirement. I never thought that you would actually stop coaching. And I just wanted to say thank you for being the best coach I ever could have imagined. Right when I met you, when I came for my visit at Boston University, you were really one of the main reasons why I chose to come to BU. You were one of the main reasons that I even had such goals when it came to running. You really taught me how to be the best athlete I could be, and you were inspiring, and you really cared more about developing me and the other girls on the team as a person and not just as an athlete. And I think that really meant a lot to me at that time, and it still does now, because a lot of coaches don't have that gift, and you really brought that really unique side to NCAA coaching that is really missing, I think, for a lot of people. And so I just wanted to thank you for that and for all the really fun memories we had together, traveling down to Texas, traveling down to Florida, Stanford, all over the country. Our trip to Seattle was one of my favorite memories with you, and I really appreciate that you really put yourself second to the goals of your athletes, and that's something that I'll never forget. And so thank you for being an awesome coach and for putting in so much time, effort, and really your whole life to developing the program at BU. And your legacy will certainly live on, and I know that you impacted your athletes' lives in a way that they'll never forget. So thank you.
Hey, Bruce. Just want to say thanks for being a steadfast and constant presence in what was a slightly chaotic 4 years of my life. Thanks for showing me the importance of compassion, dedication, and most of all, the importance of lightheartedness. Thanks.
Hi Bruce, it's Kalina. Hello from Baltimore. I want to send you all the very best. I just finished a 6-mile trail run, believe it or not, in Lake Roland. But I moved to California, and I think of you a lot when life gets complicated, and I'm a professor now and I have a lab, and it's stressful and difficult and scary. And one thing I remember you told me a long time ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, we were doing 10-mile repeats, and I stopped at 9, and I was so tired I couldn't keep going, and you looked at me and you said, Kalina, it's just pain. You're not going to fall off the face of the earth. And it sounded so silly at the time, but believe it or not, I think about it a lot. When I'm getting rejected in the lab, or I'm tired. Yeah, so thank you for that advice, and thank you really for everything. There are many, many moments, not just in running, that I think back at BU, and I think it shaped me, it shaped all of us. So I hope you know that, and wishing you all the best. Bye.
Hi Bruce, greetings from Switzerland to Boston. I would like to thank you for, well, you know, it's just hard to find words for this year I had at Boston University because of you and the whole team, and I'm sure quite a few are sitting right there in the audience. My memories of Boston University, and especially you as a coach, are, yeah, just special. I will never forget them. I will always treasure them. And especially, well, there are just a few coaches in US college that really treasure, or well, that just act in the interest of the athlete, and you're one of those few, and I would like to thank you sincerely for that. It was really hard for me back then to leave Boston University after my freshman year because of you, just because of you. And what else can I say but thank you? And I want you to fight now, keep fighting for not just your athletes, but yourself and your health. I really wish for that, and I wish for seeing you again in Boston. I will try to come to Boston within the next year or two. So I hope to see you very soon. And you guys, celebrate. Just have fun together. What a great reunion. And keep fighting in spirit together. Thank you so much. And I wish I could have been in Boston, but I guess Switzerland is an alternative as well. I have to work here, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, I'm not sure. Unfortunately, just look at this landscape. So, take care, guys. Bye.
Eric here. I just want to thank you for making, a huge impact on my personal growth during my time at Boston University. Your ability to learn strengths and weaknesses of every individual has always been remarkable. And looking back, I really appreciate you always being honest about who we were as people and as runners. You would never tell someone they were in shape for a certain performance unless they really were. And that gave me a lot of confidence going into every race, knowing what to expect. One moment that I'll never forget is lacing up my spikes, getting ready for 4x8 for conferences my freshman year, and you came up to me and said, "Don't mess this up." Maybe in slightly different words, but at that moment you knew that's what I needed, just a little extra pressure, and the race ended up going really well. So anyways, just want to thank you for everything. Thanks, Bruce.
Hey Bruce, it's Monica. Elliot said to try to keep these videos to a minute, but that's going to be really hard for me because you mean so much to me. During my time at BU, you always knew what to do and what to say to help me through some pretty tough times, and I don't know if I could have made it through without your guidance and your support. So many happy memories of the TTC, chatting in your office, and of course running on the track. So even now, when I'm in a tough workout, even if it's on the bike or in the pool, it's where I go back to in my mind. I really feel at peace there, and just thinking about you standing on the side makes me happy with your stopwatch. I always had a feeling that you really believed in me, and that meant the world to me. So I really can't thank you enough for all you've done for me, and I know when I say that I speak for so many other athletes.
Hi Bruce, it's Anna. I just want to say thank you from me and from my family, of course, to you for being such an amazing coach. BU would have been a truly boring and lonely place without you and the team and the TTC, so thank you for making that all possible. I just looked up some old track results, and it looks like the first time I ever competed at the TTC was in 2004 at the Valentine Invite. I was a middle schooler in 8th grade. I ran the mile. I remember being incredibly nervous and intimidated by all of the college students who were there. I came in almost last, not last, but almost last, and my time was 6:01. So thank you to you for giving me a chance to redeem myself many years later, to compete once again at the TTC, and of course this time in a BU uniform. Thank you, Bruce.
Hey Bruce, Chris Mercurio. Just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done for me. You're an amazing coach. You really care about your athletes, not just as athletes, but as people, and that's what makes you a great coach. Congratulations on a great career.
Hi Bruce! Guess what I managed to find in my drawer? My BU kit from 15 years ago, and guess what else I've got? But don't worry, I'm not going to put on those. Phew. I've only got a minute to say thank you so much for being such a great coach and friend over the years. If I had to pick out my favourite moments of my time in Boston with you, I would think back to Arkansas for indoor nationals when I took you out for you took me out for a 2-hour drive because I wanted to see the local countryside, and we drove and drove down a completely straight road, and all we saw was strip mall after strip mall and lots of trailer parks. And then you said, "Have you seen enough yet?" And I said, "Yes, I have," and we turned around and drove back. I made you do the same outdoor nationals in Oregon, but actually that was quite nice, and we did get to a big sand dune at the end. I remember the tip you gave me before my 1500 metre final when I said, "Bruce, how should I run the race?" And you said, "Rachel, you've got to start off fast and you've got to get faster," which was very useful, and I've carried that with me ever since. Since I graduated from BU in 2002, I've carried on enjoying running, and I particularly enjoyed my visits back to BU, where I always make sure I come and visit a track and do a track session, and then we always go out for a bit of a bite to eat afterwards and have a bit of a natter, which I thoroughly enjoy. And recently I'm still running, and I managed to get this, Bruce, and this is thanks to you as well, and putting it on makes me feel really happy, and my teammate was Mo Farah. So thank you, I achieved my dream, and it's all thanks to you.
Hi Bruce, been glad we've been given this opportunity to set a few things straight, because I'm pretty angry that you don't have barefoot records at Boston University, because I'm pretty sure I hold the 15, the 3 and the 5, and the fact that there's no record anywhere of those I'm furious about. Oh, sorry. It's a nice message thing. Oh, okay. Obviously, I'm joking. British humour. Bruce, 2 years at Boston was amazing, and I've still got the trophy. I think the best team ever. Just saying. 3rd in the NCAAs. Thanks for 2 great years, Bruce, and lots of love.
Hi, Bruce. I just wanted to say thank you for being an awesome coach and always believing that I could. You thought that I could run down 100 yards deficit in the relay, and so I did, twice. You thought I could be a scoring runner on the team for cross-country nationals when I wasn't even on the team in the first place. And I did. And a couple of years after I graduated, you encouraged me to become a coach, because you thought, hey, there weren't that many good female coaches around, and that I would be a great coach. That didn't happen at the time, but here I am now, studying for my level 2 exam as a triathlon coach. So yeah, I can. Thank you.
Hey Bruce, it's Mariko from class of 2012. It's been a while, but I just wanted to say how grateful I am that you came into my life, and that I was privileged enough to run for you for 4 years. You know, some of the best years of my life so far. So I'm grateful for that and the experience. You were such an unbelievable coach. It's actually hard to put into words how grateful I am for you and your constant support. I know that I was not the easiest athlete to coach, but you were there every step of the way for me, through the ups, the downs, the injuries. You were just always there. So thank you. You were so supportive and really just everything that I needed as an athlete. Thank you for, you know, all those afternoons that you let me come and hang out in your office and sit with you and bother you. And, you know, I just have so many great memories from running on that team and for you. It's really hard to pick my favorite. One story that does stick out for me is actually the day that I met you, which was at a wedding in Canada, funnily enough. I think I was 14, 15, and I didn't want to go, but my mom said that the coach from Boston University was maybe going to be there. So I got up, I got dressed, and I went because I really wanted to meet you. And I wanted to run for you one day. And I think that's, I actually said that to you when I met you, that I was going to run for you one day. And I told you my times, and you humored me and said that you might very well be giving me a call in a few years. And you did. And the rest was history for me. And I will forever, ever be grateful for that moment and for that day that I met you. So thank you for being you and for being such an amazing coach and person.
Hi everybody, I'm Rosemary Ryan. I'm BU track crew from the 90s, still cool in the jacket. I just want to say, Bruce, I feel really fortunate to have been able to train with you, and thank you so much for making the effort to recruit me. It was tricky since we didn't have a phone, and my neighbours and aunt and everyone around the road was involved. I learned so much while I was there at BU. It was really a brilliant experience, and I certainly wouldn't have been able to go on and do European World Cross Country or Sydney Olympics, which happened just 1 year or so after I returned from Boston after training with you and Leslie in those early mornings in the armory, which was brilliant. This is what I read when I want to be smart in my training. And Bruce, I really appreciate everything that you did to develop me as a runner. It's a sign of an excellent coach when you can bring out the best of an athlete, and you always do that. Love from Limerick.
Hi Bruce, happy 35th year, and thank you very much for all the time in Boston. Bye.
Hi Bruce, I want to say thank you for letting me be a part of the BU track and field family. It was a wonderful experience for me, and it's something that had a very profound impact on my life. One of the many things that I appreciated about getting to run for you was that you encouraged us to make running just one part of a larger life. You never wanted us to fixate exclusively on it. And I think that legacy lives on today in the many alumni you have who, despite having families and despite having full-time jobs and other things going on in their lives, still try to find ways to make running a part of their life. And I think that without you as a coach, far fewer of us would be living in that way. So thank you.
Hi Bruce, it is Monday, 21st of November 2016, and I'm back at the Bislett Stadium, which you will see here, which is the first place where you and me met about 30 or over 30 years ago. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate everything you have done for me. Everything from when we were sitting here talking about my scholarship at BU on the track team, which was the start of my career as a professional, and also made that I improved a lot as a runner. And on this track that we are on now, many of your great athletes has done their best races. Those athletes includes Eric, Are, Leslie, and many more. So with that, I just want to say thank you very much for all you've done, and hope to see you soon. I was in Boston just a week ago, and hope to see you again. Talk to you. Bye.
Hey Bruce, just wanted to reach out and say thank you so much for everything you've done for me over the 5 years that I was at BU. Your guidance, your coaching, even putting up with me when maybe I wasn't the easiest athlete to deal with. So I really, really appreciate all of that. I think, you know, my experience with BU track and field was absolutely invaluable. And obviously you're a big part of that. So thank you so much. Wishing you all the best.
Hi Bruce, I wanted to say hi and make a video and join everybody in expressing my gratitude to you for the amazing guy and the amazing coach that you are, and for all that you've done for so many people over a whole lifetime, and everything that your family continues to do for everybody. And I wanted to make a quick video and remind you of a positive memory I have of you. Back in 2000, nearly 16 years ago, I remember visiting with you at your office, and I've always remembered the advice you gave me. I was frustrated, I think I was like a junior, and I was training really hard, and I wasn't winning any races, and I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. And I'm not really sure that I ever did win any races in college, but, and for somebody who was used to winning and winning everything, that was a little tough. So I remember the advice that you gave me. You know, you said, Emily, it's not always about the results. You know, maybe God's preparing you. Maybe you know, you just need to try your best, and then that's all you can do. You need to trust the process. And I feel bad I don't remember the exact words, but the meaning of what you conveyed to me has stuck with me as I've faced several difficulties in the past 5 years of my life. Deaths of my brother and a baby and disabilities. And I want to thank you for helping me see the value in the work and in just doing what I could. Thank you for accepting me for who I was then, and for what I could give. And for teaching me that sometimes that's the most important thing. And thank you for giving me hope and giving me advice that I could carry with me.